Hello, it is Topical, Tuesday, March 12th, 2019. Steve Sipress here, and this topic has just been in the news like crazy. People doing all kinds of things to get attention. And we all know as business owners that the first thing we got to do, hopefully you know, that the first thing you got to do if you want to sell is get attention. Nothing happens unless you get attention, so that's why people place ads or put up neon signs or social media posts or get their videos to try to go viral or whatever. You got to get attention. So a few examples lately. Well, first of all, I've titled this that outrageous is the new normal, and it comes the day after. Yesterday, I was interviewed by the one and only Bill Glazer, one of my first top mentors in the world of effective marketing for small business owners that I have passed on his lessons. I've used them in many businesses of my own and passed them on to thousands of other business owners. And Bill contacted me and asked me to submit an example of some outrageous advertising or marketing campaign that I've done over the years for inclusion in his new product. That he did a book called Outrageous Campaigns that get outrageous results or something like that. This one's not a book. I believe this is, from what I'm told, a series of video interviews. The interviews recorded. We use Zoom, this internet technology, to record the video yesterday with Bill and Rob Cuesta, who's Bill's right-hand guy as far as putting this product together. And from what I hear, I had to send in some samples of my stuff, my emails, my newsletters, my, I don't know, whatever else, some photos of what I did. And it's all going to be put together and included in a product called Outrageous Campaigns version 2, or maybe the video product, or whatever it is. Anyway, so this outrageous has been on my mind. And by the way, when it comes out, I'll let everybody know. Bill, the deal was everyone that contributes to the product and then promotes it will, of course, get paid a commission on all the sales, of which, of course, I immediately said I'll forego all my commissions. Can they all just go to charity? Bill gave over $100,000 from sales and fundraisers based on the book, the Outrageous Campaigns book. And, of course, I said, don't send me any commissions. Take those all to charity. But anyway, so outrageous is on my mind. Put forth the Outrageous Campaign. And a whole bunch of things have been in the news lately about all this outrageous activity going on. Ace is here, Tyler's here, Bonnie is here. Great seeing all of you. So one example that's big in the news locally down here has got to do with this place, the Wildlife World Zoo and Aquarium and Safari Park. But I found out, heard, because I saw something online, that this is now become a national news story. And why do I have this coupon for $5 off in my hand? Because if you've seen on some of my Direct Mail Monday videos where I open up mail that lands in my mailbox, these come in just about every time I open up a Valpak mailer. And of course, because of the rhinos, I saved the coupon. And one of these days, I keep telling my beautiful wife Michelle, we ought to get over there. It's over an hour away, I hear. We're on the east side of Phoenix, what's known as the East Valley. And this is way over on the west side, known as the West Valley. So a little over an hour or 2 hours, or whatever it is, a long way away. But of course, it's got to be out there. It's a zoo and safari park. But we ought to get over there one of those days, because maybe you can tell by the background in this and many of my videos, I'm a big fan of rhinos. And they do have the rhinos over there, 3 of them, I believe, hence the photo of 3 rhinos. And so I got to get over there. Anyway, so this Wildlife World is in the news because this woman, the original story was that she leaned over the panther? No. Leopard? No. What the heck? Jaguar. It was I believe it was a jaguar. I believe she leaned over into the jaguar enclosure, and the initial report was to take a selfie. And how, people are so ridiculous, they got to do anything to get attention and get likes on social media, on Instagram and Facebook and wherever they're putting these photos, Snapchat or whatever. So they got to, they're going out of their way to do outrageous, crazy things. And then the panther, the jaguar, whipped out its paw and gouged her forearm with like a 4-inch or 6-inch slit, just split her forearm wide open. And so that, of course, went viral and hit all over the news, especially locally here. But then last night, news came out that she denies that she was attempting to take a selfie. And instead, she wasn't trying to get into the enclosure. She just was leaning over the fencing or something, which, it's almost even more ridiculous. Because now, if she was taking a selfie, she'd be trying to attempt to do something outrageous to get attention from human beings on social media by posting the video or the photo there. Instead, as it ends up, what was she possibly thinking? What could be her reasoning by reaching over a fence into an enclosure by a jaguar? It's getting attention from an animal. Getting attention from as close to a wild animal that happens to be in fencing in a safari environment or whatever. Like, now that's even more ridiculous. So she was all proud to say, "Oh, don't be ridiculous. I wasn't trying to get people's attention taking a selfie." You were trying to get the jaguar's attention by leaning over into his cage. What, are you out of your mind? So, of course, the jaguar reached out and said, "Baruch, this is my cage. I got a humongous paw with likely humongous claws, and see ya." And Jeremy Daly is here. Great to see you. So there she is doing something outrageous, even more ridiculous than getting attention from humans, to get attention from an animal. Total lunacy. There have been other stories, similar stories in the news lately. Hopefully you've been paying attention. There was this actor on a TV show who makes like $1 million a year, and yet he felt that somehow he's suffering from such an advanced case, perhaps one of the most, there's millions, but one of the most advanced cases I've heard of Trump derangement syndrome, that he staged this fake Trump supporter hate attack, or whatever you call it, like hate crime on him. Like, they came after him in the middle of the night and put a rope around his neck and called him, racist slurs and ooh, ah, and they said, "We love Trump," and get out of here, or something. What, made the whole thing up, got indicted for, like, falsifying police reports and lying to the police and whatever. Then he went all over the media and lied to everybody, and had all his friends in the media lying for him and going, "He's such a good guy, I'm sure he didn't make it up, and this is so symptomatic of Trump's America, what a disgrace," and what. Man, the guy, that's pretty outrageous to get indicted on multiple counts of falsifying police reports and lying to the police just to get attention. You're making like $1 million a year, you're a TV star, and yet I guess to him that wasn't enough attention. He has to make up a crime, which he could possibly now lose his career. I can't believe he hasn't lost it already, like Roseanne put out a tweet and instantly was fired. This guy gets indicted for multiple crimes, completely falsified a hate crime, which is pretty much a hate crime in itself, a hate crime against Trump and Trump supporters. And for some reason, I don't know, I'm not up on it, but I don't know if he even lost his job. I think it's like, we wrote him out of the last episode of the year, and maybe we'll think about what? This guy ought to, I'm not a big fan of like putting people in jail, but at the very least, there's got to be some consequences for doing this ridiculous stuff. But he was looking to get attention. Now, you got a whole bunch of people in politics that are saying and doing just whacked out things almost on a daily basis, making anti-Semitic comments, claiming that, the whole world is going to end in 10 years if we don't, whatever. And then this is like this Alexandria AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, whatever. She flies around on planes and takes cars when she could take the subway, and takes planes when she could take a train, and claims that the world's going to end because of using fossil fuels and things. Like, as usual, politicians do as I say, not as I do. Speaking of which, we have the ultimate example of someone who has made an entire career for decades about pretty much just doing and saying outrageous things to get attention. The guy sitting in the White House. Okay, first he made his way into making a lot of money, being on in the cover of the newspapers in New York, where I grew up, with him on the cover of the paper and always doing interviews, and he still is the president who talks to the media more than anybody, and he tweets 20 times a day or whatever. He's Mr. I got to get attention. And it got him making $1 billion. It got him to have the #1 TV show. Now it got him elected president into the White House, all because he does outrageous things to get attention. So, of course, there's a whole bunch of these politicians now saying completely outrageous, ridiculous things to get attention. And there's all the social media and people that are hanging off of trains and hang gliding off of whatever with a GoPro on them, or hanging onto the back of buses and whatever, to get attention, so they can get these videos and go viral and whatever. Like, people doing outrageous things to get attention. So what does this mean? What's the business lesson? There's got to be a business lesson here, right? That's why you're here. That's why I record these videos, to help you make money in your business. And the lesson is, the title of this video, Outrageous is the New Normal. With all this outrageous stuff going on out there, your prospects, your customers, your ideal the people you want to reach, the people you want to do business with you want to find you got to do more than ever before. You got to be more outrageous than you've ever been, just to get attention. If you put out normal social media posts and milquetoast emails and blasé ads and direct mail people, and you don't take a stand, and you don't be firm, and you don't say outrageous things and be outrageous and use outrageous imagery, you're going to fall by the wayside. It's going to be tough to get attention. Now, caveat is, if you're a local business owner, a dentist, a plumber, dealing in a local area, then you're not competing with the whole world for attention. So you don't have to do nearly as much as someone like me, who I have clients all over the world, Donald Trump, the president, or these Congress people, or people looking to go viral and get 1 million views on YouTube or social media or whatever. If all you're looking to do is become number one, which you should be, in your town and get noticed, you don't have to be nearly as, of course, outrageous as the most outrageous people on earth, but you do got to be more outrageous than you've ever been before. So it's time to, whether you like it or not, it's time to embrace it and put on your big boy pants or big girl pants and say, that's it. I got to take a little leap. I got to step out of my comfort zone. I got to do something outrageous, even just a little bit, because I got to break through the clutter. Because even in a local business, in a local area, people are paying attention to all the outrageous things going on TV and social media, so they're not paying attention to you, even if all your competitors are equally blah and not outrageous. You got to do something to get people's attention, because that's where sales start. They start by getting attention. The old saying in the marketing world, AIDA. The A starts for attention. That's in order. You got to get attention, then you create interest, then you create desire, then you get people to take action. AIDA starts with attention. Everything in marketing, advertising, and sales starts with, you got to get attention. And to do that, thanks to everyone else going off the deep end, you got to be more outrageous than ever. So if you want help being outrageous, I've helped a lot of people. Was just on the phone today with a client, helping with some outrageous things that he's doing and other things he's going to do now. And that's it. I don't want to share who it is or take any credit, because he's a fantastic client, and I share these ideas with lots of people, but he's taken lots of great action and getting fantastic results. And fortunately or unfortunately, like I said, it's what you got to do these days. You got to be outrageous to just get basic attention. The days of hanging up a shingle and you make money, or just putting an ad in the yellow pages and people come in, that went by the wayside years and years ago. Now, thanks to technology and thanks to everyone jumping on the bandwagon, got to be outrageous. Good news is, it's a heck of a lot of fun. A lot more fun being outrageous than being boring. So go do it. If you want some help, how to be outrageous in your specific business, in your specific position where you're at, whether you are gung-ho about it or whether you're real apprehensive about it. I've helped people in the whole spectrum to start taking baby steps, big steps, whatever you need to take. You go to helpfromsteve.com and we'll get on the phone. And I can give you a few minutes and I'll help you with some concrete steps to do something that's at least enough outrageous to start you getting attention, so you don't get left by the wayside. So you can make more money and have more fun, because isn't that what business is all about? Speaking of which, that's what Topical Tuesday is all about, and that'll do it for Topical Tuesday. I will be back tomorrow on World Wide Web Wednesday, a special anniversary edition. Thanks for being here today, everyone live, everyone watching on the replay. Thanks for the comments and the likes. I see all kinds of stuff going on the screen, and hope you'll catch me again tomorrow on World Wide Web Wednesday. Over and out. Bye-bye.